Question 52. Consider the following statements in the context of interventions being undertaken under Anemia Mukt Bharat strategy. It provides prophylactic calcium supplementation for preschool children, adolescents, and pregnant women. It runs a campaign for delayed cord clamping at the time of childbirth. It provides for periodic deworming to children and adolescents. It addresses non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with special focus on malaria, hemoglobinopathies, and fluorosis. How many of the statements given above are correct? As a question. So again, it's another question asking for various features of a government scheme. So here I have linked a PAB article to answer this. So I have told multiple times that PIB is also a good source you should refer for taking note of government schemes. So daily you can go and check PIB news and see whether any important government schemes are being discussed there. I'll show you how you can do that. Let me just take this. So if you see, this is Anemia Book Bharat. So if you read through the interventions for tackling the various interventions are mentioned under Anemia Book Bharat. So various interventions under Anemia Mukt Bharat is mentioned here. So if you see, all the options can be answered. All these four can be answered whether true or false using this. So I will just quickly go through it. It provides prophylactic calcium supplementation. So if you see, prophylactic iron folic acid supplementation is there. I'll just do one thing. I'll just search everything. Sorry. So prophylactic iron and folic acid supplementation. So in the question it was said calcium supplementation. So for anemia, that is iron deficiency, it is usually iron deficiency, and usually it is iron and folic acid that is supplemented. So that is a mistake there. It provides it. Let me just show. Let me go back to the question. In the question it was said it provides prophylactic calcium supplementation. So if you have any basic understanding about anemia, you could have written this as false. So yeah, but again, nothing prevents them from including calcium also in this scheme. So it's important to know all the details. So next is, it runs a campaign for delayed cord clamping. So let me just, so if you see, ensuring delayed cord clamping after delivery in health facilities. So there is a campaign for this. So that option is correct. Then the third option was, it provides for periodic deworming of children. So deworming. So again, campaign for deworming. So there is, let me just check whether there is any deworming program as such, but it is only saying intensified year-round behavior change communication campaign for deworming. So that is only mentioned. So in the option it was said it provides for periodic deworming to children and adolescents. So that is not mentioned as such. Let me just, okay. I'm going, sorry, taking Wikipedia article here. Let me just, so interventions, deworming is there. So dose and regime. So there, if you see, up to 5-9 years, so adolescents are given deworming. So this is why I said Wikipedia is a good article to note down the important points for a government program. So it is mentioned in detail here, deworming. Then I will just check whether address non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with special focus on malaria. So if you see, anemia in pregnancy is associated with postpartum hemorrhage, neutral tube defects, low birth. In malaria endemic regions, anemia is one of the most common. So that is mentioned here. Let me see. Treatment of non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with special focus on malaria, hemoglobinopathies. So all that is mentioned here. So fluoros, there is something called fluorosis. It is not mentioned here. Let me just check. There is no mention of fluorosis in both these sites. Let me. Okay, sorry. So this is the same link, right? Okay. So here, as you can, addressing non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with special focus on malaria, hemoglobinopathies, and fluorosis. So it is mentioned here only. Sorry for missing that. So you could answer all these three from the question. So all these can be answered. So 2 is true, 3 is true, 4 is true. Only 1 is false because prophylactic iron and folic acid is given, not calcium. So that is 52. So two sources you could use is PIB and Wikipedia. I will just add Wikipedia to this. Yes. So yeah, these are the two sites that you could use to pick up points of various government schemes. Okay, one more thing I need to show you. Oh, sorry, I was. Let me just go back to the question. So as you can see, statement 1 is false, statement 2, 3, 4 are true. Statement 1 is false because it is iron instead of calcium. So two sites you could depend for government schemes. Let me just go back and see how to use PIB. So this is PIB's website. If you click press releases and all releases for a particular date, you will get all the press release. So if you click date 10, that is March 10th, they will show all the press release. So you can go through the headings and see if there is any important government intervention that you are not familiar with in the national level. So Prime Minister's office, you have to give focus on these ministries, newses from these ministries, and see whether any important government scheme is mentioned, any new technology names, any government scheme names is mentioned. So if you see JVK, you should take a note of that, whether that is there. Then so yeah, you can, if you want, you can quickly go through national newses like this. And let me just click one more. So there is something called Vikasit Bharat, Vikasit West Bengal. You can similar important programs will be highlighted in the PIB press releases. You can quickly go through it and see if there is any important news that you missed. So yeah. remarkable achievements of tribal women on International Women's Day. You go through such articles, you may get any different good points for mains notes also. So you can use such PIB articles for that, for building notes. So yeah, that's all I want to say. You just go to PIB and click press release, all releases, and then select a particular date. So if you build a habit of regularly reading, it won't be that difficult. So yeah, that is PIB. Let's move on to the next question.